guys, I swear here, and today I'm going to sit down and explain all the details and bits and bobs about how my Fallout 4 Westworld challenge works and also how to play. I made this quite a detailed challenge run. I spent a lot of time researching perks and skills and which fits whom the best. So without further ado, let's get right into it, and I apologise in advance if I sound like complete shite. I'm kind of feeling under the weather today, but regardless, let's get into it. A warning though, if you have not seen Westworld, please go watch that and then come back because it has some pretty big spoilers regarding certain characters. Okay, sweet. Anyway, the rules are as follows. Pick from any of the following characters from Westworld, which are Dolores/Wyatt, Maeve, the Man in Black, or Teddy. You can make your own character, but it must be based off of one of the listed characters. Once you've gotten your character figured out, you'll have to put yourself in the shoes of your selected character and survive the Commonwealth. Leveling up skills and perks must be done so that the selected perks fit the character you've chosen. For example, Charisma for Maeve. A Maeve-based character would have Black Widow as one of her perks, and as for the Man in Black, he would have Endurance, one of his perks being maxed out Toughness, and so on and so forth. And the end goal is basically this. Complete the main story as your selected Westworld character and max out the relevant perks for them, as well as the skills. You can start off as Dolores and gradually turn her into Wyatt if you want to. If you want to play as just Dolores, you can do that. If you want to go full-blown Wyatt, you can do that. But if you want to mix the two, that is also possible as well. And finally, for rules, if you play as a host character, you have to use the Adamantium Skeleton perk. And the Man in Black, as he is actually a human, is excluded from this. So that's pretty much the rules and how the challenge works in general. But now we're going to go on to the next bit, and that is how to complete the main story in this challenge. Pick a faction to join that fits your character. If you have trouble figuring out which one to go with, you can pick which you personally would rather join instead of role-playing as said character. Note that this is the only rule bender in this challenge run. For example, Dolores can side with the Railroad, a character like Teddy can roll with the Minutemen, Maeve could also join the Railroad considering what she did in the final events of Westworld. The Man in Black can be the Institute, although the Railroad is the most likely pick for him. But you can pick which one you want. It totally depends on how you roleplay as the character. And if you pick Dolores as her other identity, which is Wyatt, you can broaden your faction options. Along with the Railroad, she can join the Brotherhood of Steel. Given how brutal Wyatt is in the show, I figured the Brotherhood fits her bloodlust. The Minutemen, however, would definitely not suit her at all, as they're very morally right, whereas she tends to go a bit dark the further you get into the story in the TV show. Which brings us to the next thing, how to play as Dolores/Wyatt. So the perks to max out are Awareness, Iron Fist, Inspiration, Bloody Mess if you're going to go for the Wyatt route, and Gunslinger. Now you have to max out your Perception and Strength. I chose Perception because Dolores, she is one of the hosts that decided to go a little bit off the rails and she ended up going into the maze on her own whims. So that's why I picked Perception for her. And Strength purely because, well, one, Wyatt is a badass son of a bitch who you probably don't want to mess with. Two, need I remind everyone of the moment where Dolores absolutely drags the fuck out of the Man in Black. Also, as I said before, you can start out as Dolores and gradually turn her into Wyatt. If you don't want to go the Wyatt route, disregard maxing out Bloody Mess. And finally, Dolores can join the Railroad, and Wyatt, on the other hand, can join the Brotherhood of Steel. And now on to the next character, Maeve, who is actually one of my personal favourites in the show. I absolutely love Maeve. She is the best. Her and Dolores are probably my favourites. Now you have to max out your charisma skills since May is very, very persuasive. And the relevant perks to max out are Black Widow, Intimidation, awareness, and party girl. Maeve can also use stealth, as she is quite a sneaky woman. She manages to get a lot of stuff done on the sly in the TV show, so I figured it would work if she managed to use a lot of stealth in the universe of Fallout 4. When playing Maeve, use persuasion and intimidation to your advantage. So basically, whenever the option to persuade someone or intimidate them pops up, use him, because that is pretty much what Maeve would do. As for which faction to join, Maeve wanted to be free, so she goes with the Railroad, since the whole point of the Railroad is for simps to be freed and live their own lives. So, it kind of fits. Now, how to play as the Man in Black. So first off, you're going to have to max out your Lone Wanderer perk. Now, the skills to max out for the Man in Black are Strength and Endurance. And you can also work on the Luck skill as well. Other perks for him to take along with the Lone Wanderer is Wasteland Whisperer, Intimidation, Steady Aim, and Gunslinger. Also, I decided to add Mr. Sandman as well to the list of perks for him to take. Now, the Man in Black is mostly out for himself, but he wanted the hosts to be free, so as strange as it seems, the Railroad is an option for him. However, if you want to go a more evil path, go with the Institute. And this is probably pretty obvious considering his name, but to play the Man in Black, dress your character in black. Just any black clothing or semi-black clothing that you can get your hands on, use that shit. And finally, we have how to play as Teddy, or as I like to call him, Always Dying Teddy, because he always died in the show. I mean, holy crap. He's lucky he's a host, that's all I'm saying. Now, the perks for Teddy to max out are Steady Aim, Rifleman, Inspirational, and Local Leader. The skills to invest into Teddy's character are Agility and Endurance. Scrounger is an optional perk for you to take. When playing as Teddy, you have to try and make morally good decisions. So, instead of going any of the evil paths or being a complete douche canoe in the game, you have to be morally upright, basically. And since Teddy is morally good, he goes with the Minutemen. Now, I figured the Minutemen would be a perfect fit for him, as even though he loves to give us multiple settlement jobs, Preston Garvey does work for a good cause, and he wants to ultimately change the Commonwealth for good. And I figured that would work very well with Teddy. And that is how you play the Fallout 4 Westworld Challenge. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions about the playstyles, because I'll be more than happy to help you out if you want to have a go at this yourself, or if you're just curious. If you like this, be sure to hit that like button, because I'll appreciate it a massive ton. And if you're new here and you want to see more of this Westworld challenge that I'm mentioning, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, it is Iceflyer signing off, and I'll see you introverts all later next time on the channel. Have a lovely day /night wherever you are in the world. Bye!